Hello, in this video, I'm going to lead you through how to handle eating habits of your loved one. Well, did you know that some food and medication combination do not work at all? They may cause gastric effects as well as lead to the blockage of the effectiveness of drugs and medication. Sicknesses at times can trigger old allergies as well as lead to the development of new ones. Therefore, you need to exercise cautiousness when you are dealing with the eating habits and challenges of your loved ones. The following tips can be handy and help you in your situation. Number one, all you need to do is to provide a calm and a quiet environment during meal times for your loved one. Turn off all distractors in the environment, such as television and radio. You wouldn't love your loved one to be distracted while they are having their meal times. Tip number two, let mealtime be a person-centered. Focus upon the person other than the risk at hand. At times, you need to prompt your loved ones to eat, to open their mouth to eat. But if they reject food, you can put food aside for some time and then try in a short while. If they reject and this one doesn't work entirely, you can take away the utensils. Only if you feel they are unsafe and they feel confused. Another tip that we need to consider is employ the use of both physical and verbal eating cues. Well, did you know that hearing is the last sense that is lost even at death? So therefore, when you speak to a person, your beloved ones, even in that state, you can appeal to their sense of hearing. They'll only hear you, even if they will not move their limbs, even if other organs of their bodies will not be functioning normally. But at least you have an assurance that they can hear you. For example, you can pass a spoon to them and say, "This is your spoon. Use this to eat. This is a plate of rice that I have served you with." So by verbally speaking to them, you can encourage them to eat. Another tip that you need to employ as a caregiver for your loved one, you need to provide your loved ones with small portions of food, one after another. You need to address challenges and limitations that pertains their eating habits. For instance, deal with dental issues. Do not offer large and difficult to chew foods, because this can block the airways and lead to choking. Alternatively, you can provide them with a liquid thickening product that you can add into their drinks and even soup, so that this one can be able to enhance their swallowing. You can also use a blender or a food processor so that you can soften the food, so that they can have ease while chewing the food. Provide water, clean drinking water in a clear bottle for your loved ones, so that they can be able to sip in between the bites. And in this way, you can be able to monitor how much intake of water they are using. Another tip that you need to consider with your loved ones during meal times, place the food and serve it in the utensils that have a contrasting color with the color of the table mat in which food is placed. Because this one will help them to be able to make out, to be able to find out where food is with ease. Because food will be easily seen by them. It will be visible. Remove all other non-food items from the dining table. For example, the packets of medication. You need to remove them because you wouldn't want to end up into situations where your loved ones can be able to pick them and eat them and put them into their mouth. That one could be so much disastrous for your loved one. So avoid such cases that can lead to other issues other than the risk at hand. Another tip that you need to employ as a caregiver when you are dealing with the eating habits of your loved one is that you need to provide special clothing and special utensils that your loved ones should use during meal times. For instance, provide a clothing protector for your loved one because this one can help a great deal to prevent food remains from soiling and falling over the cloth of your loved one and thus wetting them. You wouldn't want to end up in a situation where drinks and food remains spill over your loved ones and causing them discomfort. So therefore, provide them with a special protection clothing so that this one can be able to cover them entirely when they are having their meals. And this one can be fashioned and tailored at home if you are handy with a sewing machine. You also need to provide utensils that your loved ones can be able to use with ease. For instance, if you are using a cup to serve them tea, make sure that the handle of the cup has a grip so that they can be able to hold firmly upon the cup so that they can have a sip with ease. You can also provide a cup that has a cover, that has a lid, and then it has a straw inside so that your loved ones can be able to sip with ease other than having trouble holding the cup, especially when you are dealing with patients with trauma conditions like Parkinson's disease. Another tip that you need to employ when you are dealing with your loved ones' eating challenges, you also need to honor their meal preferences and tastes. You would want to appeal to their taste, to their sense of taste and appetite. Before meal preparation, you need to ask them what they would love to be served with so that they are comfortable, so that they can be able to eat and enjoy their meal times. So I have shared with you some of the tips that can be so much useful to you when you are dealing with your loved one's eating habits and limitations. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much.